and welcome to episode 6 of AWS She Builds Tech Skills. I hope all of you are having fun on this awesome Thursday or Friday in some parts of the world. We'd love to hear where you're joining us from. So let's test out the chat function on the right-hand side on Twitch. So love if you can interact with us and tell us where you're from and what you're doing. And we'll be using the chat function for our prize giveaway. So make sure you're interacting with us and listening out for clues throughout the session. And I know it's been raining quite a bit on the eastern coast of Australia. Were you okay with the floods, May?
It has been raining 3 weeks consecutively. It was crazy. I've never seen so much rain. And last few days it has been a sunshine, so I'm quite happy with that. What about you, Mai?
Yeah, I was largely unscathed in my area, luckily, but some folks weren't that lucky. So I feel bad for those that are in affected areas, and any assistance we can help in that area will
Exactly.
Cool.
So welcome to She Builds Tech Skills. My name is May. I'm a solutions architect. I'm based in Sydney, Australia, and I would love to hear where all of you guys are coming from. This show is not just for Australia, it is for global. If you're new to She Built Tech Skills, I would love to hear what you're thinking about our show. I'd love you to check out our previous episode. This is our 6th episode, so we have a lot of episodes in the past. Go and check it out on our YouTube channel. And recently we've changed our YouTube channel. So it was used to be our She Built Tech Skills. Now we combined with AWS She Builds channel. So you're not going to miss out on any of the She Builds event, not just on the tech skills. So make sure you check out on our new YouTube channel. And if you're interested to be part of the show, you want to be a presenter, please reach out to myself or Mai. We always welcome new ideas. Reach out to us from the LinkedIn, reach out to us from the Twitch show. Make sure you drop your name on the chat, and we would love to talk to you. So this week is the episode 6. We are going to talk about Cloud Contact Center. And this is the first episode we're going to talk about Cloud Contact Center. In the past, we talk about containers, AI, ML, and the CI/CD tool. So this is a new episode. And if you don't know what is the Cloud Contact Center, what the architecture looks like, and even a real life demo, you're in the right place. Cloud Contact Center has grown popularity because it helped to address some of the challenges in the traditional contact center solutions. So the Amazon provides Amazon Connect. It's basically a contact center in the cloud, which provide better customer experience using omni-channel communications, for example, like dynamic chat or voice. Also, it has a built-in AI ML, personalized interaction with your end user. So you will see in the demo how it interact with the contact center and then the actual call center agents. And it also for the call center agents and then the supervisor, they can handle customer query just from one interface, but using the multiple communication channel and be able to respond to the query much quicker. So it's very exciting. And Mai, do you have any use case or any customer that you have seen within your customer patch that's using the Amazon Connect?
Yeah, sure. My customers have used Amazon Connect and its many integrations such as Amazon Lex, which you'll see in the demo. It's basically the Amazon Lex is a chatbot function that powers Amazon Echoes behind the scenes. So it allows that self-service capability within that virtual contact center and also contact center agents who are using Amazon Connect. And it allows to have that interactive voice response, or IVR. So users can, from the end user perspective, if you're making a call to a call center, you might be changing a password, scheduling an appointment, without speaking to a human person or human agent. So For example, you might be doing that to change a booking or even get an account balance. So this is where IVR comes into play, and many customers who are using Connect can start using a combination of these AWS services. So even if you already have a traditional call center, you can think about integrating AWS AI and ML services to make things like sentiment analysis, transcriptions of calls, and machine learning use cases even easier. All right, so let's get started with our next viewer. Next speaker. It's Friday. The next speaker is Sindhura Palacadetti, who's a solutions architect at AWS. And she's passionate about helping customers build enterprise-scale, well-architected solutions on the AWS platform, and specializes in the data and analytics domain. So throughout her career, she's worked with strategic customers belonging to different industries such as retail, utilities, and financial services on the cloud as well as on premises. She's helped customers with large-scale data integrations to the cloud and worked with them around their data lake. So before joining AWS, she used to work with Couchbase and Oracle and gained some hands-on experience with container technologies and databases. Now, during her free time, she loves cooking, music, and spending time with her family. So welcome, Sindhura.
At Amazon Web Services. Throughout my career, I've worked with different customers belonging to domains such as retail, utilities, financial services on both the cloud as well as on-premise deployments. Today, I would like to start off this session by thanking AWS She Builds team for providing me an opportunity to showcase the capabilities of Amazon Connect and Amazon Lex services. These services are primarily used for setting up an omni-channel contact center experience in the cloud in minutes with just a couple of clicks. You can scale up and down based on the varying demand and have the flexibility to onboard tens and thousands of agents working anywhere, at the same time saving up to 80% of the costs when compared with the traditional contact center solutions. In today's session, we will talk about contact center landscape, including challenges and requirements. I'll walk you through a demo that illustrates how a combination of different AWS services can help out with various day-to-day contact center scenarios. So with no further delay, let's get started. With respect to contact center challenges, during peak events such as holiday season sales or maybe product launches, contact centers face a massive increase in call volumes. If the contact centers are unable to cope up with the load, customers experience high average waiting times in the queue and leading to high call abandonment rates. So in order to scale up with load, traditional contact centers try to pre-estimate how much additional infrastructure they may need and physically provision it. They hire new agents and procure new office spaces. This is an elaborate process involving huge capital investments, operating costs as well as time. In many scenarios, there's no real-time monitoring and sentiment analysis for live calls. Also, there's no post-call analytics performed. Any interruption in the service due to technical issues or maintenance operations can potentially cause downtime in the support services that are offered to the customer. The IVR process some contact centers follow is complicated with confusing menus, and there are multiple levels to navigate, causing suboptimal customer experiences. Sometimes contact centers also might need to integrate with different systems of records like customer relationship management, workforce management system to pull up customer related data. It's a complicated and expensive process to integrate with these systems because in every small change that is required in a traditional contact center setup can take multiple approvals and take time to implement. Many contact centers do not have self-service functionality and require live agents to be engaged for all the tasks, thereby facing agent bandwidth issues. When working with multiple vendors, departments, some contact centers today are operating in silos, so they do not have a visibility into entire customer journey. This is leading to repetitive customer questions being asked and prompting reauthorizations. To add to it, there are additional licensing as well as contract challenges. So what do contact centers want today? The requirements of many contact centers today is to have a highly available solution that can scale seamlessly to support all their customers. They also want to improve the customer experience by reducing the average waiting times in the queue and reducing also the call abandonment rates. They would like to incorporate self-service functionality by leveraging services which can provide natural language processing capabilities, thereby automated responses as well as improving agent bandwidth. Another important requirement is to support an omni-channel contact center experience by providing multiple channels of communications such as chat, call, text, and having a single pane of glass for all the contact center operations. Real-time monitoring and sentiment analysis for live calls will help prevent escalations, and finally, performing post-call analytics to monitor key performance metrics is crucial for facilitating continuous innovation in contact center life cycles. Now, it's the demo time which you all must be looking forward for. But before heading to the demo, I would like to bring up this architecture diagram for better understanding of what I'm going to show you today. As you can see, the architecture diagram highlights AWS services such as Amazon Lex and Amazon Connect that are used for setting up a scalable omni-channel contact center experience in the cloud. For self-service functionality, Amazon Lex with its natural language learning capabilities can help understand customer requests and provide automated responses by deriving data from different data sources. In this example, I have shown DynamoDB being used as a data source. I've also included Amazon Fraud Detector that can work along with Amazon Connect to automatically notify customers about any fraudulent transactions and also provides a mechanism in order to take immediate action. All this can be done without involving a live support agent. Logging is done using Amazon CloudWatch service, and all the metrics from various sources or services head to the data storage layer using the Kinesis Data Firehose streaming solution. And the data storage layer primarily comprises of Amazon S3, which is an object storage and which is highly scalable. And some amount of transformation also has been done using AWS Glue Data Brew in order to make much more sense out of the data. And finally, the data visualization layer comprises of Glue Data Catalog, Amazon QuickSight, as well as Amazon Athena services for deriving useful contact center insights. So let's now have a look at the demo and talk about a couple of scenarios which the customers go through.
That's a very, very interesting use case. I haven't fully seen the whole architecture diagrams of the, Amazon Connect, Lex, and everything. So yeah, like the benefits of self-service that the customer go in and launch the contact center. I think that's the biggest diversion from the traditional contact center. Typically you will buy the contact center, build up the contact center, hire the agents. So now the customer can try the first-hand experience. Even the viewers on the channel can try the Amazon Connect in the console. And I just noticed John joined our show. Well, John, welcome, John. Thanks for joining the show, and good to see you, the familiar faces. John and I used to work in the previous show. And also just talking about the speed of innovations on the contact center. So I think the AI ML, the chatbots, and the voice intelligence, the voice response, I think that would be pretty interesting to see. So Maya, should we look at the demo?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm really excited about the demo, and yeah, you know what I'm talking about when you see it. So let's get that.
Which can help save an agent's bandwidth. So Davis is a customer who purchases products from a retail website, and he's trying to reach out to the support team to find out the order status. He finds the chat option in the website and triggers a chat. Let's see what happens. So before I show the demo, I would like to get you familiar with the 4 browser windows that are open in front of me. So the first browser window is the retail website where David purchased the products from. And it has the support interface. It has the way that David can use in order to start a chat with the support engineer in order to get his questions answered. Then the other browser window contains the agent one, who can actually help answer David's questions once he starts a chat. So this agent is in available status and can handle any incoming conversations. Even agent 2 is in available status. And both these agents are monitored by a supervisor, which is contact center supervisor. So these agents support the retail website customers. So let's start a chat. So David is logging into the website and starting the chat. So once the chat bot loads, so David actually says that he would like to find out the order status. So once he mentions that, the bot automatically asks for an order number. So he provides an order number, and the bot wants to double check with him. And when he says yes, so the bot says this specific order number is in processing status. So what happens here is Amazon Lex is able to understand the service. That's the first service that gets this message, and it's able to understand the customer's request and able to look up the specific order from the DynamoDB database in the background, which is a NoSQL database, and it's able to respond back. So at this point of time, there are no agents involved in this conversation. So David wants to find out about another order status. No, before that, actually, he has a follow-up question. When is it delivered? So when he mentions when is it delivered, it mentions that the order number will be delivered on so-and-so date. So Amazon Lex, with its natural language processing capabilities, it's able to infer that it that is being used in the sentence actually correlates to the specific order ID which is mentioned there. So David wants to find out about another order status. And so this time the bot asks for the order number again, and he provides a different order number and double confirms that order number. And then he's surprised to see that it's in cancel status. So this time he wants to actually talk to a support agent. And then the moment he says that, the bot tries to connect to the agents who are available on Amazon Connect service. So one of the available agents gets to chat, and at this point of time, he has access to the entire conversation that happened between the bot and the customer, and he has context that the customer might be asking about this specific order number, which is in cancel status, and he can have a conversation with the customer regarding this context, for example. And if the supervisor wants to see what's happening at this point of time, he has an option to observe the chat conversation. He noticed that the chat between the customer and agent 2 is happening, and he would like to listen into the chat. And he successfully initiated a listening where he'll be able to monitor exactly what's happening between the agent and the customer. So now the customer actually, once he had a brief conversation with the agent, he will actually is asking for a refund for this cancelled order. And then what the agent does is agent automatically transfers it to the refund queue, where another agent can pick it up and help the customer out. So once it transfers to the refund queue, what happens is any agent who is available should be that. So agent 1 gets the transfer, and then he will be able to actually initiate the specific. He has the entire history, doesn't need to ask repetitive questions about what's the order number and what exactly is the issue, and he has the entire context, and he can be able to create a task and assign the task to someone else or schedule a time and date for the task and get the refund initiated immediately. So this is the first use case, and we saw how the customer was able to get automated responses, saving agents bandwidth, and how the supervisor was able to monitor the agent and the customer conversations. And it's time for the second use case, where Alex would like to reach out to the customer via the voice contact method And we will be demonstrating the real-time sentiment detection capability of Amazon Connect using Contact Lens, which is a machine learning component. So Alex has been losing packages recently from the specific retail website. It's not getting delivered successfully. She has complained many times, but the same issue happens over and over again. Either the address is noted wrong in the website, or there are multiple reasons every single time it happens. So let's see what the support says for that. So Alex actually finds the phone number of the particular retail website online, and she's trying to reach out for 412-1423. So once she reaches out,
welcome to Octane Help Desk. How can we help you today?
I would like to talk to an agent.
I will connect you with an agent to assist you further. Thank you for calling to us, and we'll be.
The agent picks up a call.
Orders queue.
Let me mute it. All right. So the agent picked up a call. Alex is able to reach the agent, and now what happens is she is expressing her frustration because it has happened multiple times. And let's see whether there's an alert that will be triggered based on what she says. So, yeah. Hi, I'm Alex, and basically I've faced this issue several times. I keep my packages are never delivered successfully, and it always repeats. I gave this complaint. I complained so many times, but still the issue always keeps happening. I would like to talk to your manager. It's high time that your manager gets involved. Otherwise, I will go ahead and cancel this account because it's no longer acceptable that I keep losing the packages this way. Please involve your manager in this. I definitely would like to cancel this account. So as she talks, so there's an alert, real-time alert that comes up on the dashboard, and the supervisor is able to actually see what's going on, and he can actually, listen into that specific conversation. And he can actually click here to listen in on that phone conversation. So this really helps with the real-time alerting and monitoring facilities, and it can help prevent escalations. So now let's go to the third use case, which is about fraud detection automated notification. So, sorry about that. Yeah. So Morgan's account is hacked, and what happens is he gets an automatic notification from the call center, contact center about this fraudulent transaction, and he's provided an option in order to take necessary action immediately. So this actually saves agent bandwidth because a live agent is not required. An automatic notification via call goes out. So let's simulate a fraudulent transaction and see whether Amazon Connect is able to actually notify the customer about the fraudulent transaction. So this is a function which I've written, a piece of code in order to simulate that fraudulent transaction. So what this does is this generates that from fraudulent data, and that data goes to the Amazon Fraud Detector service, which is trained in order to detect the fraudulent data. And it's able to, once it detects it, it's able to actually use Amazon Connect in order to notify the customer about the fraudulent transaction and provides him an option in order to block that particular fraudulent transaction. So let's simulate the test. So this test is used to simulate a fraudulent transaction, and I should get a call anytime from Amazon Connect.
Tank support. Hello, Mr. Morgan. This is Kimberly, your personal fraud assistant. There was a suspicious transaction over $4,155.0 the past second for your credit
about
card,
fraudulent
with the last
transaction.
4 digits being 8788. What action do you want me to take for you? Please press valid. I won't take any further actions. Please press 2 if this transaction is fraud. I will block your transaction for the time being.
So definitely Morgan wants to press 2 and block the transaction because he did not do it.
Mr. Morgan, thanks for your feedback. Your transaction.
So basically the transaction is blocked. So this is where you can integrate both Amazon Fraud Detector with Connect in order to notify the customers without involving live agents. And finally, I would like to actually take you over the analytics dashboard which I created. So basically, this dashboard is very important with respect to improving the existing contact center processes. So if you notice, this shows conversations. This is an agent dashboard, and it shows conversations per agent, indicating how many conversations each agent is taking and conversations over time, the different channels that are used for the conversation across the org, the queue load, the disconnect reason, basically why the call got disconnected. Is it because customer disconnected the call, or is it because agent disconnected it, or were there any technical issues? And how many conversations, who is trying to reach out to support often, which customer? And average waiting time in the queue. So how long does the customer need to wait? This is a very important metric before they get hold of an agent. And how much time the agent is interacting with the customer. So how many times the agent is keeping the customer on hold? This might indicate that maybe he's searching for some information, the information is not accessible, maybe the agent is new. There may be several different reasons. And similarly, this dashboard also contains sentiment analysis scores. So you can see that you can see the customer sentiment, on which days did it dip. You can see the agent sentiment. You can also get other metrics like talk speed, number of how fast the agent is talking, and missing utterances. So finally, this is very useful because this comes from Lex. So you can use this information to automate, to provide further automated responses. You can keep continuously improving to save agents bandwidth and help address some questions at least automatically. So for example, how much is the price of this product? This can also be answered automatically by configuring Lex accordingly. So I would like to wrap this up by showing this resources slide where you'll get all the related documentation. You can go through this documentation, you can implement this, play around with this, and there are also partners who can help out with this specific effort. There's several different blogs also that can show very good examples of all these use cases. So thank you, and hope this was useful to you. Thank you.
Oh, that was really awesome. I love a real-time demo and then the live demos, all the pieces together. So, as we said in the chat earlier, we have 2 AWS credits to give away for this audience, for the audience for today's. But there's a catch. We're going to play a little game. We're going to do a quiz, just one question. And whoever answer right, I'm going to get one of the AWS credits. So I'm going to post questions in the chat, and also just going to post it in the chat. So the question for today is, what is the full name of the AWS service as a IVR, interactive voice response, that's used in the demo?
All right, let's play some music.
Keep the answer coming in. Let's play the little game. So what's the full name of the AWS service that Sindhura and also Mai talk about in the video? It's as an interactive voice response. There's a catch on interactive voice response. Don't be shy.
We got 2 credits to give away, right? So
yeah.
So keep those answers coming.
So Sindhura talk about a couple of AWS services, the dashboard, the analytics, the database, the AI ML. So what's the full name of AWS service which serve as a IVR? We gave a few more seconds. We gave like maybe 15 seconds or 30 seconds.
The answers are still coming in. Still haven't got the right answer yet, so keep those responses coming.
You can answer a second time if you want.
Go for it.
And there's the 2 AWS credits to give away, so don't be shy, just pop in your answer, chat with us, we'd love to talk to you.
Do we give away a hint? Oh, okay.
Keep the answer coming in. That's good.
Should we give away a hint? It seems we can give away a hint. Okay, let's do that. Okay, there's an L in there. An L. What's the name of the service? The full name of the service.
There's something to do with, you know, the voice when Sindura showcased the voice when they one's calling to the call center. Keep the answers coming in. We'll pause the timer about 15 seconds. Don't be shy. All right. Should we pause the timer, Mai?
Yes, we shall. All right, so looks like we do have a winner here. If I can just, there we go. So Juanma _VFX, Amazon Lex is the correct answer. So congratulations, we'll be sending you AWS credits for your use, and we'll hit your DMs on Twitch, right? Do we have another winner, or we have just one?
We do have a winner. Well, I wouldn't say winner, but there was the answer from the LinkedIn. So we streams on LinkedIn and YouTube as well, right? So, but the answer is the full. The question was asking the full name. So Lex wasn't the full name. But Andy Jagger, thanks for answering that. What we're looking for is the Amazon Lex. But I'll be in contact with you, Andy, from the LinkedIn. But thank you so much for everyone for playing with us, enjoying the show. I hope you get something out of the demo. Learn the architecture diagrams, because there's so many services, right? So how it's all services fit together. And how does it really benefit the end user? So I hope you get something to take away from today's show. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop in the chat, either with the Amazon Connect or any AWS services. We would love to hear from you.
Yeah, so on that, I just thought we'll review our chat log. Looks like there's some interaction from our viewers, where they're from. So N3WSP1C3, they're from Texas. So welcome to the show. Let's go through a couple of our chats here. John, and we've got some South American viewers as well. Costa Rica.
That's really cool.
And CT USA. I'm wondering, is that connect? I can't even say it right. Connecticut. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Connecticut.
Yeah.
LA as well. So from the West Coast in the US. Who else do we have? Jama. They're working on a Connect Lex Lambda Dynamo workload as well.
That's really cool.
Which is really awesome.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Thank you everyone for joining from all across the world and spending half an hour enjoying the demo. Hope you enjoyed the show and the giveaway. We will have more giveaway in the next episodes. I'm also, last but not least, the last giveaway for all the lucky viewers, some tutorial. So you don't have to go and find out the tutorial because there's so many resources. So some tutorial on Lex and Connect that you can go and educate yourself. For the winners, you can use the credits to go and build the Lex and Connect on AWS. So if you want to learn more about Amazon Lex, I'm going to pop in the chat for the link. Take a look at, have a read through, play around with the service, and also There is a tutorial on the GitHub. So it's from Amazon Samples GitHub repository, where we share all the sample code and also the architecture diagram. So take a look at it and see if that is helpful to you.
All right. So we'd love to hear your feedback and some topics that you'd love to know more. So if you identify as a woman or non-binary or have built something really cool on AWS, we'd love to have you here on this show as a guest. So reach out to us via our LinkedIn profile or join the LinkedIn AWS She Builds group to find out more events in this space. So if you've missed our previous episodes, you can hit subscribe on our YouTube channel, AWS She Builds Tech Skills. So we'll post that somewhere in the chat. All right, this is Mai.
And this is May. Let's net out together on a She Builds Tech Skills.
Hope to see you next time.
See ya.